Good morning, sisters and brothers. Today we join the Korean Church in celebrating the Universal Church as well, in celebrating the feast of multitude of martyrs witnessing for their faith. What is very interesting about the Korean Church was that ang unang preachers ng simbahan ng Korea ay hindi mga pare, kung hindi lay people. And so, today, in the celebration of the feast of the many martyrs, isa sa mga martyrs na sinaselebrate natin is Paul Chung, who's a lay person. And during the persecution in Korea, they stood for their faith. Also, Andrew Kim, who was persecuted and offered his life at an early age, had studied for the priesthood outside of Korea. And at one point, si Andrew Kim stayed in Bulacan, somewhere in Bulacan, and returned to Korea. When he returned to Korea, was already ordained. And once he returned to Korea as an ordained priest, he was already arrested, direct to the jail, and then there waiting for his execution. But his faithfulness to the priesthood was not so much in public sphere, but in the jail. Faithfulness to the priesthood is drawn from his faithfulness in his private life to Christ. And so, as we celebrate today the feast of these martyrs, we pay homage also to the church to whom they offered their life to Christ in the church. Habang may mga martir, may mga taong handang magbigay ng kanilang buhay sa Diyos, may pag-asa ang ating simbahan. We may not be able to give our life or shed the blood, but kahit papaano sana yung pawis natin or even yung luha natin may be offered in participation for the growth of the church. And this is what St. Paul is telling in the first reading of today. We live witnessing not so much of the present, but of the resurrection that is to come. That is why for these martyrs, ang buhay nila ay hindi nagtapos nung sila ay executed. Because after the execution, when they expired, the witness to the resurrection stood clearer, and so their blood became the seed of the church. Sana we will not be fooled that life ends with our breathing, but there is something that bridges us to God, and that is the call of the martyrs, the call of witnessing to the resurrection. Amen.